Alguém quer puxar aí?
Posso falar?
Pode soltar.
Eu acho que foi realmente conseguir finalizar os rounds, os detalhes, né? Essa última Heaven prova isso, e o nosso jogo contra a DRX também é assente. Acho que a gente construiu bem os rounds, o início e o meio deles, mas na hora de finalizar, se pegar o campeonato inteiro, a maioria dos clutches, situações de 1x1 e 2x2, a gente acabou perdendo. E esse tipo de round define o campeonato. Acho que a gente poderia agora estar saindo classificado, até com 2 vitórias, se tivesse conseguido fechar o primeiro mapa contra a DRX. Então acho que foi mais os detalhes mesmo de final de round.
Obrigado.
Com certeza eu também vejo os detalhes. Acho que os detalhes foram cruciais, assim, tanto que literalmente quando o DRX a gente já sabe o que aconteceu. E hoje também na Heaven, que a gente, para mim, teve vários rounds que a gente poderia ter ganho, e acabou que a gente perdeu, e isso faz parte do jogo, não tem muito o que fazer. Se a gente conseguisse finalizar aqueles rounds que a gente estava em vantagem, o resultado hoje seria outro, com certeza.
Obrigado.
So the question was, it's sad that I imagine that it was not the end output that everybody expected. And we would love to know what was the lacking point, what was missing in order for you guys to move further in the championship. And the answer was, in the end, it was more about like being able to finish, getting together the little details to like close rounds. We ended up like constructing really well, building up and keeping like momentum, but in 1 against 1, 2 against 2, we ended up like losing. So it was more about focusing and actually closing the little details of the game. Otherwise, like with all the possibilities that we had, perhaps we could even like be already qualified even with like a 2-0. And also in the end, the coach also mentioned that he agrees it was more about the details. And for example, like against DRX, it was like little things that they could have done different that they could closed like on a victory side. And for example, on this game at Haven, there were like another points that if they actually finish it better, they would have no much issues to actually put a 2-0 down.
Thank you. We'll go next to Wesley Pereira from the Clutch.
Boa tarde a todos aqui do Brasil, Wesley do The Clutch. Minha pergunta vai para o Carlão. A Fnatic trouxe uma composição bastante diferente na Breeze, com Neon e Breach, e foram bem recompensados, principalmente no lado de ataque. Como foi para vocês tentar processar a maneira deles jogarem, principalmente justamente nessa primeira metade?
Então, essa primeira metade a gente até teve algumas ideias aí durante o jogo, mas nenhuma conseguiu ser concreta. Acho que a gente conseguiu uns 2 rounds só com as ideias, mas é isso, aqui a gente não teve também tanta oportunidade de jogar contra essa comp específica, então acabou que a gente teve algumas ideias ali no momento, e algumas ideias a gente não conseguiu o resultado que a gente gostaria. Então, acabando o jogo, lógico, a gente senta e conversa ali, a gente via quais as melhores ações que a gente poderia ter tomado, só que ali no momento, no jogo, a gente pensou algumas coisas, e essas coisas que a gente pensou a gente não conseguiu colocar em prática, e às vezes nem foi a melhor solução para a gente ali no momento. Mas é isso, a gente não conseguiu viver tanta experiência com essa comp, e no momento a gente teve algumas ideias que a gente não conseguiu colocar em prática também. Então foi mais isso. Acho que não pegou a gente de surpresa, porque isso faz parte do jogo, a gente precisa se adaptar, porém a gente tentou, mas infelizmente não deu muito certo.
So the question was about having a different composition at Breeze, like ended up compensating the other team in a very good and surprising way on the attack side. So what was your take on that? And Carlon said that in the first half, like they actually had some ideas on how to work it out, but it didn't work. And in the end, they didn't have like many opportunities to play against this comp much. And within the heat of the game, the ideas that I have and the plans that I try to put in practice didn't like work out much. So it's not like as it was a surprise, because in the end of the day, this is a championship. We need to be adaptable. They tried the best, but in the end, it didn't work it out.
Okay, we'll go next to Sons of KS from LATAM. Are you guys there? I think you're still muted.
Yeah, sorry. I have I write the question.
Go ahead. Do you have a question?
He's written the question.
Oh, he wrote it in chat. Oh, okay, here we go. Sorry about that. For those who want to answer, today ends their participation in Champions. What happened on map 2 and 3 so that they could not define the victory when at times they had a good run?
I think we already answered that. Like we lost in some details, important rounds. I guess that impacts a lot in the result. And yeah, like in this, we have a lot of ideas to do in the round, and that in the middle of the game it doesn't work out. And then after the match, we know that we should be doing the game. In the team was that should be the important rounds that we couldn't manage it well. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. We'll go next to Ian St. Lawrence from Valoranting.
Hello. For the coach Carlo, did you all prepare Icebox specifically against Fnatic? Were you guys confident that you could win that map when you saw them pick it?
Yeah, like we are a team that study a lot Fnatic on Icebox, and we use it to use the Killjoy comp with Chamber, so we know how to play against because we was using that comp on the Last Chance Qualifiers. So we know they will pick the map because it's a good map for Fnatic. So we know how to play against, and we are all prepared to play against, and some plans that we have work out.
Thanks. We'll go next to Ricardo Vaz.
Minha pergunta vai mais, acho que especificamente para o Carlão, que talvez consiga responder melhor. Carlão, hoje para vocês, né, acabou o calendário oficial, né, na Riot. Vocês já têm em mente o planejamento do restante da temporada, né, visto que ainda faltam 3 meses para acabar o ano e ainda você sabe o que vocês vão fazer, se vocês vão jogar algum campeonato. Também tem a questão, né, do sistema de franquias. Qual que é o planejamento da Furia para o resto do ano?
Agora a gente vai tirar uma ferinha, a gente vai descansar um pouco. Acho que a gente teve um ano bem desgastante e corrido, assim, com o calendário e tudo mais. Então agora a gente vai, todo mundo chegar em casa, tirar um pouco de férias, relaxar um pouco, porque a gente merece. E chegando lá eu vou sentar com a Fúria, vou conversar sobre alguns pontos para a gente tocar esse final de ano. Nada garantido do que a gente vai fazer esse ano ainda em relação a férias, se a gente vai jogar campeonato ou não vai. A franquia tem para sair ainda também, então tem muita coisa que pode acontecer em relação a esse ano, mas no momento, férias para todo mundo aqui, porque a gente merece. Chegando lá, eu vou sentar com a Fúria e a gente vai conversar como é que vai ser esse restante de ano.
Obrigado.
So this was a question for Carlão, and today ends up to be the last day of the official calendar with Riot. So do you guys have any idea about what you guys gonna be doing in the rest of like upcoming 3 months until the end of the year? Are you guys going to be jumping on a championship? What about the franquia part? And Carlon answered that like right now, what we're gonna have is actually a break because we had like such a very tight and rushed schedule. After they go back to Brazil, they're gonna talk within themselves and then see what is up next, but nothing much specific of like how to operate like game wise. And after the whole thing, they're gonna be talking after the break, then they're gonna be focusing more on that closure of the year.
Thanks. We'll go next to Rohan from esports.gg.
Hey guys, congratulations on your loss. Now that you're out of the tournament, who do you think will win the next match in the group between Fnatic and 100 Thieves?
Alguém quer responder isso aí? Perguntou se alguém. Qual é a expectativa? Quem ganha?
Com a expectativa de ganhar.
Tô suave.
Quem não falou, fala ainda.
É,
DG ou
então.
cadê?
Eu acho que a Fnatic tem uma certa vantagem, porque eles perderam a estreia, então eles vão ter um tempo a mais agora para poder pensar e se ajeitarem. É um time muito forte, então acredito que se eles pensarem um pouco como foi a primeira partida e o estilo de jogo deles também, eu acho que é muito mais organizado, então eu acho que eles têm capacidade de passar para os playoffs.
So, in my point of view, DJZ said that Fnatic actually have an advantage since they have more time to like collect themselves, think, they have a strong game. So if they sit down and think how to apply and also bring their organized style, they have the potential to go off the playoffs.
Let's go to Ian St. Lawrence next.
This is for Nauzer. What are you most proud of, something that you did or your team did during Champions?
I think I'm proud about the resiliency that we have in the middle of the tournament. After that, we played the Riches. We think a lot about that game we lost, and today we give all as a team, and I think that was on detail, yeah, the last map, and we could, for me, make it to the playoff if we won today, and that's the thing that I feel proud of my team, is because we have the business to even after that first game against the Rishix, we could do it very well today.
Thank you. We'll go next to Wesley from the Clutch.
Eu tenho uma pergunta que é específica para o DGZ e para o Mazin, mas caso o Carlão queira comentar também, fique à vontade. Vocês conseguem ser grandes jogadores quando estão de Jet e Kayle, respectivamente. Por que a decisão de inverter os agentes em um mapa como a Breeze?
Responde aí.
O fato da gente ter trocado Mazin para duelista e eu para Kayle foi porque eu estava muito tempo sem jogar de Jet nesse mapa e quando eu voltei para jogar de Jet no mapa eu não estava me sentindo tão confortável, e o Kayle já tinha andado treinando e eu estava bastante confiante. Então eu solicitei, né, para o Carlão como uma opção, que eu estava confiante para jogar de Kayle. E o Mazin também estava mandando muito bem, jogando na Breeze de Jet. Então eu acredito que foi muito isso. Peguei o melhor momento dele e juntei com o meu e a gente acreditou nisso.
Então, você quer falar alguma coisa, Boi?
Não, acho que é isso mesmo.
Fechou, vou pegar esse gancho então, eu vou falar que foi o que o DG comentou, ele sempre, quando ele chegou aqui, a gente testou o Mazin de Caio também, e ele falou que, pô, eu gosto de jogar de Caio, é um boneco que o DG gosta de jogar, e o Mazin joga absurdamente bem de Jet na Breeze, tanto que se você pegar os dados dele em todas as Breezes que a gente jogou, tipo, ele tem uma performance incrível. Todo mundo sim pesa em relação a, pô, que esse cara e o DG são absurdos de Jet, sim. Mas a partir do momento que todo mundo entra aqui nesse time, todo mundo sabe que vai ter que fazer tudo, porque eu não gosto que um jogador fique preso ou rotulado com alguma coisa ou alguma função, algum nada. Meu time, todo mundo aprende tudo, todas as funções de uma forma que a gente consiga. E todos os jogadores que entram aqui têm esse potencial para fazer qualquer role. Então, foi uma decisão porque o DG falou que gosta, o DG se sentiu confortável e eu confio 100%. O mapa de hoje não reflete na performance que a gente tem na Breeze, porque eles são incríveis jogando nessas funções.
So the quest was directly to DG, Zen, and Mazing, but I also like to Curling if perhaps he choose to intervene. You guys actually are very amazing players when playing as Jet and KO. What was the deal that you guys decided to change? And then DG Zing said that the fact that we changed it, it was actually a decision that we had to came up with, because I was a long time not playing Jet on this map, and Kyle, I was practicing like a lot, therefore I developed some confidence on it. Mazin was also doing good with Jet and Breeze, so in the end, both moments worked it out. And Carlo interviewed as well, saying that like it was basically what DG said. Like when they arrived, we tested him with Kyle, DG likes it, and Breeze had a good performance on it. And one thing that Carlo wanted to let it clear is that as a team, he doesn't like that like every player get like labeled as actually just one player or one role. Like whenever someone enters this team, they have to know that everybody has to be up to learn all the roles and be able to perform on all the positions that we have to. And to finalize, the decision that they had to do this change here, it was theirs, and Carlon 100% supported them. And today's map, like result and all what happened, doesn't actually say, doesn't represent 100% what they have on the map. It's eventful and it's situational.
Thank you. Are there any more other questions for Furia? Furia, thank you so much for taking the time to participate. This will wrap up the first press conference of this session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Right now, we are joined by Fnatic, who are coming off of their match against Furia. If you have a question, please use the Zoom hand raise function, and we will call on you. Let's go first with Sons of Chaos
From LATAM.
from LATAM.
This guy knows his LATAM.
I think he's might be having some audio issues. We'll come back to him.
No,
Let's go with-
I'm here. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Ready. Hi, guys. Congratulations for winning. And for those who want to answer, the last time we talked it was about the team's performance and how they lost against one of their teams. Today, some mistakes were made and the rematch is coming. How they feel dynamically to face them and win this time?
I think with each game, we learn and we improve. So with the 100 Thieves, we learn and we improved our Haven, for instance. And from this game against Furia, we're going to improve even more our map pool as well. So I'm think like we have the potential of players here. Each player has like huge pop-off rounds. It's just about getting those consistencies in and making sure that each player can like thrive. So I think that we're going into this next 100 Thieves game with full momentum. We've got a win under our belt now, so we don't have to worry about going 0-2. And now we can just really enjoy it and really kind of show people what we're made of, because we haven't even scraped the surface yet, I feel like, if you compare us to what we normally or what people believe that we can do. And I think 100 Thieves know it and we know it, and we're coming into that game full gunpowder, firepower, fists flying.
Thank you very much for the answer and good luck.
Thank you.
We'll go next to Ian St. Lawrence from Valoranting.
Hello. For Icebox, do you feel like losing that map was because you guys were doing something wrong, or was there something that Furia did that surprised you? And ideally, I'd like to hear from Mini Jake on this.
I'll be quite honest with the fact that I think that so they changed our comp. They went to KO comp, and I think we know how to play against the KO comp, but we kind of panicked a little bit maybe. I was very decisive in the timeouts about what we needed to do, and I felt like we didn't quite do the things that I was saying we should be doing. And I think if we did that, we would have won the attack side a bit more. And then for defense, I think we need to kind of just look at it a bit closer and just see. Like, we're really confident in our icebox, so I think we'll very clearly see in the VOD review like what went wrong, and it'll just be a very easy quick fix because our icebox is still insane.
We'll go next to Naeem Brosinski, NK.
Hi guys. First of all, congratulations on the huge victory, obviously. This question is either for Coach Mini, Boaster, or AlphaJer, whoever wants to answer. That Priest comp was really unexpected and, you know, fascinating at the same time. How did the idea for this Neon and Breach comp arise?
Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Do you want to say?
Mini, let me go Neon.
I think I was in a rank.
Oh wait, no, I
I was in a
remember.
rank game, and it was I was against Alfia and Enzo, and Alfia was on Neon. I was like, this guy's banging me on Neon. He was in our team at the time. I was like, oh my goodness, we should get him. Maybe we get him on Neon. And then we were looking at all the other comps, and we tried out like the normal comps, and it just wasn't us. And I was just like, Mini, maybe we just Alfia.
We
says he
were
wants to keep
literally
going
about to
Neon.
play our first ever Breeze prac in like a year or something. And then like Mystic went, I think he just said, what about Breach? And I didn't say anything. I just let the timer go down and he just locked in Breach. And then I watched it and it was like, okay, there's some ideas here. Like there's it suits the way that I think me and Jake like to, well, especially Jake, the way Jake likes to build strats. So yeah, I think it's just it's an us kind of comp.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll go next to Mustafa from Esports Gazeti.
Hello guys. Benim sorum AlphaJer olacak. Öncelikle galibiyet için tebrik ederim AlphaJer. Turnuvadaki ilk iki maçınızın çok yakın geçtiğini ve zorlandığınızı gördük. Turnuvaya istediğin seviyede başladığını düşünüyor musun? Ve ayrıca ajan seçimleri hakkında kendini rahat hissediyor musun?
Ya ajan seçimleri hakkında kendimi rahat hissediyorum. Çünkü zaten Icebox'ta Killjoy oynuyordum. Yani Brizer'e Neon'u ben zaten kendim istediğim için oynadık bir nevi. Çünkü çok eğlenceli ve keyifli bir hero zaten. Turnuvaya ilk maç istediğimiz gibi başlayamadık ama bu bizim için daha iyi oldu açıkçası. Çünkü yakın bir maçtı ve biz hatalarla yakın bitirdik bu maçı. Furia'yı bu kadar güçlü beklemiyorduk açıkçası. Ben daha kolay bekliyordum ama böyle olması daha iyi oldu. Ne kadar çok hata bir sonraki maça o kadar rahat ve daha hataları fixleyip güçlü çıkmamıza sebep olur. O yüzden 3. maç daha güçlü olacağız gibi.
Teşekkürler, başarılar diliyorum.
Teşekkür ederim.
Helal.
Thank you. We'll go next to Arnab from Desk Gamers.
You hear him?
Can you, Arnab, can you speak up? We're having a hard time hearing you.
He said, do you think not using a dual list is a hindrance on Icebox so far? I don't know is the next question.
Who he asked to?
Yeah, we can hear you better now.
Who are you asking that question to? Oh, not on Icebox, no. I think that Jet and Raze both have value on Icebox. But I think the chamber version of the comp is probably the strongest. We've dabbled with the idea of maybe Dirk could go and Jet sometimes instead of chamber, but I think that no, I don't think it's a map that really needs a duelist. Like you don't need to dash. It's not a map you need to dash out really onto sites because the theory is that chamber's good on defense and then Jet's better on the attack. But what's the point on Icebox where you don't actually need the dash to go up? So it's like it doesn't really matter that much in my opinion. Not having a duelist does.
Thank you. We'll go back to Naeem Rosinski next.
So guys, how are you feeling today following the food poisoning issues that have been going on, and did that have an impact on your guys' well-being at the event?
Well,
everyone's fine today, right?
No, I've still got a bit of a tummy ache. I can't lie. After this game, I went to the toilet. Bro, I don't know.
I think I'm the last one who didn't have it. Last man standing.
Yeah, Dirk is the last one standing.
Yeah.
Alpha Year is immune to it somehow.
Well, he's Turkish.
Because he's Turkish, maybe?
I thought he had it today, no?
Have you had the
No.
stomach ache?
Maybe he's on air condition. I don't think so,
Oh,
food,
okay.
because
I think he
I
had it,
wake up
guys.
and I'm feeling blank.
I
I'm
think he had
freezing.
it.
Okay. So no, I think it's just one of those things that it's not something that we can focus on, and it's not something that we can like let kind of be an excuse for performances that we're not happy with. Everyone's got to go through it, like everyone's dealing with it. So we're just gonna kind of work with it and just see what happens.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go next to back to Mustafa from Esports Gazetesi.
Tekrardan selamlar Alfajer. İlk seride hatalar yaptığınızdan bahsettin. Sıradaki maçınız tekrardan 100 TFC'de olacak. Bizleri bu karşılaşmada neler bekliyor? Kendini nasıl hissediyorsun bu maç öncesi?
Ya kendimi daha bir hype'lı hissediyorum çünkü NA takımlarına karşı oynamak çok eğlenceli. İlk defa oynadım ama oyun tarzları çok eğlenceli. Tam Türk oyun tarzı. Hatalarımızı fixledik. Yani fixleyeceğiz. Maça 2 günümüz var galiba ya da 3 günümüz olması lazım. Daha güçlü çıkacağımızdan eminim. Ve 100 Thieves'in çok güçlü bir rakip olduğunu düşünmüyorum açıkçası. Ve daha iyi hazırlanırsak çok rahat bir şekilde yenebileceğimizi ve playoff biletini alacağımızı düşünüyorum.
Teşekkürler.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to Ian from Valoranting.
This is for Mystic. I saw a lot of people saying on Twitter that you were, and no disrespect to anyone else, but kind of carrying the team in certain rounds. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's accurate, or do you think no, it's not?
I don't really remember a round where I felt like I carried, to be honest. I think I just played my game and wasn't really focused on any of that sort of stuff, so I couldn't really tell. But yeah, team was a.
I mean,
team
you
was
must
there
have
for me.
noticed when you press tab, you're like, Jesus, like, because
Well,
I was
press-
pressing tab sometimes. I was like, Mystic's just like double killing. Like he's just double everyone else's kill. I don't know what the stats were.
Right.
But
When
I
I pressed
remember
tab, I just looked at
I
it.
was like, you got double the kills of everyone. Surely that must have felt good that you're just like, because on this team it's kind of hard when you got Dirk and Alpha, right?
I guess, but like when I press tab, I just look at ultis and economy,
okay.
so I don't really care about that.
He's playing it cool.
Yeah, there's nothing, guys. It's the usual way to.
And Naeem, I think you'll have the last question of the. Oh no, we have one more, but let me actually go to Enzo first. Naeem, if you can hold off for a second. Enzo, the last round in Haven, what makes the difference in that one-on-one? Do you think that the Furia player really got too nervous and you have had control of the situation?
I think I had control because the way the spike was planted, he had to come and fight me. And I knew that. And as soon as I saw the Sage wall half broken and I can hide from it, I was like, okay, I can actually seize him. And if I seize him, he's going to be low HP for a second and I can one-tap him with the Guardian. And that's exactly what happened. So I had my plan in my head and it worked out. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I don't think he was stressed or anything. Obviously, it was like a key round to win the game. But like he had to come to me. That's what I mean. He had to come and fight me and I knew it. I was aware of it. So everything was in my hand. That's why I was like really patient and I took my time to end the round.
Thank you. Are there any more questions for Fnatic? Fnatic, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. This will conclude the press conference.
Tucker, how does it feel to get 100K? Good. There you go.